Hi everybody, it is Dory. I'm back with an update. Let's see, if you are new here, my name is Dory. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which is a weight loss surgery, on September 12th, 2016 with Dr. Darren Tischler in Hartford, Connecticut at Hartford Hospital. My highest recorded weight was 350 pounds. And let's see, after I did the pre-op diet and lost some weight, maybe a year or so prior, my surgery weight was 300.5. My lowest I've seen is 169.6. I'm so hoping to get back there. My goal is 160. I am 5'4". My BMI was really high when I started. It was 50, I think it was 57.9 or 59.7, 57.9, I think, 57.2, whatever. And now it is like 30, 29. But anyhow, so my goal is 160. My lowest I've seen, like I said, is 169.6. And then I had a whole slew of things happen. I was in the hospital. I had a very bad infection. I was put on a high dose of amoxicillin. Then I tore my stomach muscle by doing too many sit-ups and pulls and blah, 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 blah. And I was put on meloxicam for 14 days, which helps. It's an NSAID, and it helps to, it's an anti-inflammatory, and it takes away the pain. It touches the pain receptors in your body so you don't experience any pain. That was excruciatingly painful. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Anytime I take an NSAID after this surgery, because we are not supposed to have NSAIDs, but when I do take them on the doctor's advice, my PA, my PCP, and my surgeon's office do tell me to take a Prilosec anytime I take it. Excuse me. So that's what I've been doing. So I ballooned up from 172, which was the beginning of January, to 182. And then yesterday I weighed myself and I was 178.2. So I'm coming down again. Definitely had a lot of gain from the medication. Still trying to stick to plan. I also had my cycle in between there, and just a lot of different issues, which I'm sure contributed. So I'm just trying not to focus on the weight as much as I am the way that I feel. My clothes are not feeling tight at all. I'm able to wear everything I normally would, whether it's jeans or leggings or joggers or whatever. And my shirts, I'm able to wear whatever. Same thing with my underwear. I still have size small underwear. So that's kind of how I am measuring it rather than the weight. Although I do step on the scale every few days, I am trying not to make that number a focus. So yeah, so I want to be down to 160. I would like my goal range to be about 158 to 163. Kind of my maintenance range, because then I'd like to go for plastics, which I will do. My plan is to see Dr. Salceda in Monterrey, Mexico, which is where a lot of people have gone, and they have had amazing success. So that is my future goal once I reach my weight goal, and then I'm able to maintain. So what has been going on? There is never a dull moment here in my home. When my husband left for the military, oh, my mailman was here. When my husband left for the military, the end of October, the kids were in school. They started school, and I thought, this is going to be it. I am going to have time to myself, time to go to the gym, time to see friends, time to study the Bible with people, time to go volunteer. I had it all set up, and it is not panning out that way. I am, for the most part, able to go to the gym right after I drop off my daughter at preschool. But I have not yet been able to volunteer. I feel like something is always coming up. I do have a small business, so I do have I make lactation cookies for breastfeeding moms with really wholesome ingredients. It helps them to produce more breast milk. And so I have not many orders. I probably bake twice a week, sometimes only once a week. And so I do still have that. But like yesterday, I recorded this video 2 times and then I said, just forget it, because I actually got a phone call from my son's school. My son is 7 years old and we're just kind of figuring out how far his autism is. I didn't really realize that he had autism. I know he had, I guess he was on the spectrum, because he does have a sensory integration thing going on where touching and feeling and hearing and stuff is kind of off for him. There's only a few things that he'll eat because of the texture of him chewing, and that is peanut butter and jelly, mac and cheese, but it has to be the shaped mac and cheese like Paw Patrol or Frozen or Star Wars and that. Chicken nuggets, French fries, Smile fries, that I can put in the oven, and that's about it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Pancakes, he'll eat pancakes. He'll eat French toast. He'll eat cheese, Baby Bell cheese, the regular sliced American cheese. Yogurt, he'll have Chobani, only blueberry flavor, and he'll eat the berries. He'll eat raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, and occasionally I can get him to eat applesauce and mandarin oranges. And so that is the extent of his eating. And so I got a call yesterday that I needed to go to the school because he was talking craziness, like stuff that was not in reality. He's on the 2nd floor of his classroom and he was telling them that he was going to jump out of the window. He actually physically ran out of the school. They had to catch him and bring him back. When I went in, this is behavior that I don't see at home. He does talk off the wall things sometimes, but it's kind of boy stuff. You know, he's going to, you know, knock down this building or blow this up or that, but he doesn't really get what that means, the scope of it nowadays. And so I had to go in and I explained to him. And so the way that we have to explain to him where he gets it, his brain doesn't work the same as my other children or the average person. And so basically we have to explain to him like the consequence for his action, but we can't sugarcoat it. So I'm actually waiting for a call back from the school counselor because I saw them, their interaction with him yesterday, and I know exactly why it's not working, what they're trying. They're talking to him like he's a baby. They're talking to him like, you know, oh, well, Ethan, if you're going to stay in school, you're going to have to show us that you can be trusted. So why don't you walk up the stairs with me? That doesn't work for my son. It does not. Absolutely does not work. He needs to be told, like he did yesterday, you have a severe consequence when you get home today, buddy. You will not have your iPad. You will not have certain things because this behavior is not tolerated, joking or not. And if you run out of the school again, just so you're aware, they will call the police on you because that is the protocol. So yesterday when I told him that, he was like, oh my gosh, I'll never do that again. Because he knew there was a huge consequence. A police was coming, an officer. Like, so I need to explain to them that his brain does not work on the little, oh, if you do this. No. It's not going to work for him. So in any event, he does have an appointment with his pediatrician on the 14th. And then he already has in play next month on the 11th and the 14th. We have to drive to Worcester, Mass. And go to UMass Medical Center for him to go see a behavior specialist and kind of pinpoint exactly what is going on with him. So that way we have a diagnosis. We can get a IEP on him and help him with other services that will be beneficial as he moves forward. He is in 2nd grade. He's going to be going to 3rd grade in a whole new school next year. And so we need to kind of nip this in the butt. So I got called as I'm trying to film these videos yesterday. I got called out to go to his school. I thought I was taking him home. They said they don't want him to get into the habit of calling mom and bringing him home. So I told him, listen, if you want to come home with me, you can come home with me, but you're going to be cleaning the bathroom, you're doing laundry, wash, dry, fold laundry, you're going to be picking up the living room, you're going to vacuum, and it's not going to be fun here. And so he got it. He didn't want to come home. And I guess the rest of his day he was fine. So, so needless to say, I have my hands full because I have things going on with him. I have my other daughter who is 10. She's going on 11 in May, and she will be starting middle school next year, which is a whole nother ball game, a whole nother school. Changes in her body are happening. I have my 9-year-old daughter as well. She's going to be going through all this right on the heels of all this. And so it has been a whirlwind. And then when they have a day off from school or vacation or whatever they want to have, they're all home, so I'm not getting into my rhythm or my routine, and I feel like I'm sitting here now. I have a couple of batches of cookies. I have customers who have been waiting for their cookies, and I can't even move. I feel like I'm tired. I'm worn out. I have a lot of stuff going on with the medical things, and as you can go back and look at my other videos, I have, you know, I had that whole rush to the hospital, symptoms of a stroke, you know, CAT scan, MRI came out great. I have complicated migraines with aura, which means I know when they're coming on, although I will not have pain of the migraine at all. I know when they're coming, and I know that I can take some Excedrin migraine, a baby aspirin, and Prilosec, and it will ward it off. I'm taking that almost daily. I don't really know what else to do because I feel it coming on, and I don't want to get confused and all those other symptoms and be alone at the time. And so anyhow, so I'm sitting here. I have my nice blanket I bought from Costco, $10. Here it is. It's my favorite. It's soft as can be. I love, love, love it. So that's it. They're in school. I'm here. I have to go to the grocery store as well. I'm putting it all off until tomorrow. I'll go to the store later before I pick up my daughter from preschool. So yeah, so lots of stuff going on. I feel busy. I feel like my head is spinning. I feel like that's probably why I have a headache. But there's happy news with all of this and all the hard work that we've done. My husband going to the military, that was absolutely a financial decision. It was something that I knew if he did, we would be okay financially and get ourselves out of a rut. And that in the future we would build on what we have and yada, yada, yada. So this girl right here, this one right here, and my hubby in Texas, he's in tech school, we are debt-free. Debt-free. We did Dave Ramsey. We have been fighting ever since. There have been so many people who have helped us. I cannot even tell you the scope of the people from my church, people in the community. People have sent me clothes at times I didn't have clothes. People who have took me grocery shopping when I didn't have food. Over the last, I would say, 5 years, we have really been needy and needing a change and trying to fight to get that. And I would say the last year, maybe a year and a half, it was probably when I started losing weight that I became more and more determined that I could do bigger and better things. Not that losing weight isn't the best, you know what I mean? Just I could go further and I can climb higher mountains than what I was doing at the time. And so basically we have, it stinks not having my husband here. It so stinks, especially going through the things I'm going through with my son and the autism and the teachers and the testing and just the whole grand scheme of things, and the house being a mess at times because I don't have time. It stinks having him not here. But the pay that they pay in the military is a lot more than we were making. We were like I don't even know how to describe us. We were poor, very poor. And so it's a whole new ball game. It's not a huge amount of money by no means, but it's so much more than what we had. And so anyways, so I filed taxes the other day with our tax money and taking cable out of the house and cutting all these things here and there. We are going to be debt-free by the 15th of this month. That means we have paid off 4 credit cards, 2 personal loans, 1 a business loan, 1 a regular loan, gotten current on any utility. It feels so good. So good. It's a whole new ball game. We do the envelope system now that Dave Ramsey talks about. We already have a $1,000 emergency fund set up. I'm working on my 3 to 6 months savings now. Some stuff in the future with trying to secure our retirement, putting more away into my husband's military retirement and things of that nature. And so as much as it stinks not having my husband here, and as much as he is going through there, being homesick and missing his family so much, he is so happy of all the changes that we've made here and all the things that we have cut. I have sold things. I don't go shopping for clothing. If I do, it would be something that was at the Goodwill store or Savers or hand-me-downs. Today I have a box coming in which is amazing. It is a box from my mother-in-law of sweaters and cardigans and things of that nature because she moved to North Carolina. So she needs some of it, but she doesn't need the bulk that she did when she lived up here in the Northeast. So in any event, that is my good news. That is what's on the horizon for me. It feels freeing. Although I still feel so tired and just need to get caught up on sleep and taking care of myself and kind of getting things in order. That is what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping the scale goes down more, but it's not my focus of consuming my thoughts right now, although I know it will happen. So for now, I hope everybody has a good rest of your week, and I hope that you guys are doing something that's making you happy. Have a good day, guys.